Live from Galaxy with power move.
Damn! Dog, you wanna bet your fucking rent money? You don't fuck to press on. Ain't crying, done.
I'm just gonna think about washing my ass today. Let's go. Now you make me pay.
Yeah. He's a straight bitch, and I went back to the future to fuck his mommy mad at me.
Alright, it's Team Galaxy Media, and we're going to talk about the Yugioh Ban List. We got here Frazier Smith. Well, they can't hear you if you wave at the computer.
Hello.
Okay, got Elugto Gus.
Yes, sir.
And fucking Shannon J. Tichy.
What's up?
The most hated duelist ever.
Yeah, I know I'm the most hated, but I'm the best. All right.
Okay, yeah. He's still on that coke, as we can see.
Not at all.
We got Chris Ferguson, Claude Clark, and Reese in the background. Well, Maurice Smith, not A.B. Webb, so, you know. All right, let's talk about how the ban list is. This is a game changer, right?
Yeah, it's the best ban list since, like, I don't know, 2006 maybe, 2005. Like, the game is so slow now, and I don't know. And nothing seems like it's that overpowered, so it seems like a really good list. This is the first time they've banned like anywhere near 15 cards at once. There's like infinite changes on it. I don't know. It just seems like one of the best lists we ever had. So I'm a fan.
What about you, Gus?
Hey man, listen. You know how I go, Ken. You know how we used to do. It's back to that freestyle format we used to do. Now we got to see who's good enough to just come up with something and freestyle with it.
You can talk regular. You don't have to put the sexy voice on for a bunch of dudes.
If you ain't got it, you ain't gonna do it. Like, it's just that simple. Like, if it ain't in you, it ain't gonna be in you. So all the bad dudes ain't gonna know what to play with.
Yeah, I agree on that. I think that anyone who's bad is just gonna suffer this format. Like, I played somebody who normally could beat me in the current format because of Spellbook of Judgment, and yesterday when we played, I 2-0'd him like round one. It was so easy. He just didn't know what he was doing.
You can say names, it's fine.
He was misplaying. Yeah, I don't need to say
Jared
names.
the Trap Eater.
Jared the Trap Eater.
He was just getting raped, and it was just like, all right, well, things are back to normal here. You no longer can beat me. You suck. So I'm very happy that, strangely enough, Konami would do that because I didn't think that they like competitive play. But this is one of the most competitive formats. So bad people are just going to, like, I don't know, they might quit.
How you feel about a Goose?
Ultimately, skill is going to this turban, this format.
What the? I don't like how
Skill now, man. It's pure skill. No fucking heavy storm, monster reboard, dark hole still there, but no solemn judgment. I hate that fucking card. I really do.
So you're gonna be useless in this format?
Not at all. Not at all.
But I thought you said you needed skill. You're confusing me.
No, I have skill.
Yeah, oh, okay. Okay.
I have skill.
Your hidden potential didn't come out yet.
No, it's always been there. It's just, see, look, it has been a couple times I didn't have heavy storm, so
what?
And I still won.
This guy's hilarious. Gus, please elaborate about this heavy storm.
Back on topic.
What, a heavy storm getting banned?
No, on Goose's heavy storm getting banned.
This particular?
My heavy storm.
You ain't gonna be able to do nothing.
Like, oh my God.
We already talked about what type of player you are.
I got this fucking Rory the Creek. I'm gonna lock you the fuck down anyway.
You still a turn behind.
Okay, I'll set the fucking card. If it goes, it goes.
The whole last format, you played Evil Storm, right?
Yeah.
So you didn't play Heavy Storm then. You were weak to Heavy Storm in that case.
Yeah, that's why I had to start like Rory.
I don't understand why Heavy Storm would be like a concern to you. Wouldn't you be happy that it's gone since they're
I am happy.
Okay.
And I don't play you for it because they lost the Reddit.
Straight shit.
It's straight shit now.
Kid, rest and shit.
So that's why I'm going to play this Incarnate Dragon.
Oh my God! Back to the topic. Now we knew the dragon. We knew. Shut your mouth.
Even though that shit was sarcastic, but thank you.
Anyways, we knew those baby dragons were going to get banned, but why? And obviously, Spellbook of Judgment. Why Solemn? Why Heavy Storm? Why
Stratos? If you ban Solemn Judgment, well, really, in order, if you ban Heavy Storm, Solemn Judgment is just too strong at that point because then you have one Solemn Judgment, one Solemn Warning. People want to sell their back rows anyway because there's no Heavy Storm, so then it's like impossible to win if they open up both of those cards. You just like summon negate pass. Next turn, summon, negate pass. Games over.
But could you see Gateway and Shockmaster and all the other cards?
Those cards are absolutely outrageous. So that they should have been banned years ago. Like they should have got one format, and that should have been it. Like Gateway is not okay for the game. Card destruction is not okay for the game. Spellbook Judgment is not okay. So rejuvenation is not okay. None of those cards are alright. So they're all exactly where they need to be. They belong there.
That's only one card I hated that was on the list.
Like Pot of Arrows is not okay. That card's outrageous.
Fuck that card.
Shockmaster, you can't play the game. Like Stratos, because Malicious is on 3, so like.
So why the fuck they didn't hit Palladius?
Well, now the bigger picture.
Palladius is not a problem.
The bigger picture is what matters is like this. They ban Pot of Arrows so other cards can sell. Like this new pot card that's coming out. That's the main reason why they're doing it. Konami ain't stupid. They just doing what they supposed to do.
I think it's that, man. I think it's the fact that the card, we would definitely play that card if it was like out right now. Because Water, like it kind of hurt. Because Water is one of the main decks that plays Pot of Arrows, and Water, they lost, 2 Dragoons and 2 Divas, but they were still able to get 5 monsters in the graveyard like really, really quickly with Title, active Title's effect, send something to the graveyard, summon Undead, something to the graveyard, and then summon Megalo, and then you got 5 that fast. It's like turn 1. So I think that was right for them to do that too. I don't know. I think there's a lot of decks. I think that there are 50
So a lot of decks are able to come back.
Yeah, like Black Wings are for sure real. Like people can sit there and act like they're not real, but Whirlwind at 3 literally made the deck back to being like playable again. The format seems slow enough, but Icarus Attack matters.
But I already found out the counter for that deck already. Battling boxes.
I mean, it has bad matchups.
That deck can easy beat any of them decks.
Yeah, I think
it'd be the crap out of Black Wings.
What you think about
Because the fact that of the Yoki, man, he just once he targets one and then it's like he don't die that turn period.
What y'all think about agents on this one?
I don't like agents.
It's too slow.
I just don't like that deck.
Too slow. I thought Transmighty was a quick play, but now it's a normal spell. It's bad.
When he summoned that,
good. Like, it's 600 for nothing to me.
It's
gonna drop. That shit gonna drop.
I know Infernal's supposed to be like really cool, but I'll never play a deck like that. A deck where you're pretty much trying to play solitaire, and if your solitaire just doesn't work out, then once your opponent gets to interact with you, you just get raped. I'm not playing that kind of deck. I hate it. It gets raped by hand traps. You can open up really bad, and then like you can't even really come out of opening bad with Infernal. Like open too many monsters and you just lose, or open too many pieces that just don't do anything, and they can just end you real quick. So I can't see myself playing that kind of deck, no matter how good it may be. I just think that I'd rather stick to like the Dragon Prophecy and things of that nature. Like Prophecy is actually really good in this format, contrary to popular belief. It actually is better now than it was in March 2013 format before Judgment Day. Obviously, Judgment Day is like the second best deck, but I'm talking about in the Mermaid Fire Fist format. It wasn't that good because of Water, but now it's like the best grind deck in the game because Tower and stuff.
Could these Phantom decks come back? People talking, could Perfect Circle come back and Telenet come back? Possibly.
Yes, I think Perfect Circle is legit now. I think it's there. Yeah, people ain't realize because we just sit there and we just thinking about it. It's actually, well, me, I gotta overdo it. I do a Perfect Circle assault mode deck. That's what I do because I just like the fact that assault mode Stardust, you can't really do too much and there's only one silent warning. So what you really gonna be able to do to stop it though, like that?
So what about Vanity's Emptiness? Do I think that's still a good card?
Yeah, that card's outrageous, but the problem with it now is that you don't know what deck you're going to play against. So I don't think that card is that great in the sense that
you're so close to
you can just ban a bunch of it. I mean, maybe protecting one of it is something like Black Wings, a beatdown deck where you don't need to special summon as much, or any deck like that is fine. I think that if you play it outside of that, you're kind of pushing it because certain decks just you could go against the matchup that just doesn't special summon. Like some decks, they can, they just don't need to, and they can win perfectly fine without special summoning. Like for instance, I don't need special summon Prophecy. I can just beat you down card advantage. So you draw emptiness against Prophecy or something like that, you just start losing the game. When you draw it against Black Wings, it's kind of shitty too. So
what about the players that like to go with what's easy at the time? Goose,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you play Samurais, as an over the hump deck for you. Then you went the Agents, another over the hump deck for you. Then what's next after that? With the Evil Swarms, and then so now you have to think, Goose, what are you gonna play?
I don't think there's an easy deck.
I'll play Dragons. Show everybody my skill level.
He's not smart enough.
No, yeah.
That's why I believe he's not smart enough.
I haven't seen a deck that's like I played almost every deck you can think of. Bless you. I played almost every deck you can think of outside of Evil Swarm, I played against it. And I haven't played Constellars myself, but I played against them. Nothing like that deck is okay. But every deck I played so far, I played against, none of them have been like, oh wow, this is actually just too broken that it's anybody could play with it and pick it up and do it. So everything seems like you have to have some input, and a lot of people just don't have input.
So the one-ups cards like Torrential and Soul Drain, Cosmos.
Yeah, because there's no Heavy Storm, so you can't just have like 2 Torrentials and Solemn Judgment, Solemn Warning, or your back row just can't be like that overpowered. Like people resort to Phoenix Chain now. Like that card's it's good, but it has its downsides. It seems like I don't know. The format is really weird because I don't. MST is at 3, but then people are setting so many back rows that if you draw MST, it's kind of like you're just blinding it, and I don't think that's a good idea.
So how do y'all think this burn deck is going to survive in this format too? So I think that deck straight shit.
I ain't hear about no burn deck.
Look,
what is this burn deck?
I don't know who y'all know. I don't know if you know who Colin Woody is, but that guy is fucking bad. He's fucking bad. Alright, so now, he said he think he gonna rule the format with that deck. That deck is a fucking bargain basement deck. I don't think it's gonna survive.
I don't know who you talking about.
He's a nobody.
Oh, okay.
But Gus knows him.
Let's call Draco Sec, man.
Draco Sec, right?
Draco Sec just do too much, man. That's just that simple. Like, you know what I mean? However you say it, it's like this. You're going to burn me, but your card that's still set when it evolves around me attacking don't make sense. 3 cylinders, okay. Like, you got to run something that just like that throw it off and then having to play with cards like that. Like a deck that can just do 4,000 damage in one turn and you just back it up with cylinders.
So everybody here know how to beat a burn deck, right?
Everybody know how to beat a burn deck, man.
Do you please explain? Elaborate, Goose.
He says, "Oh well, I play Lava Golem. Okay, keep one monster on the field. Okay, you not tripping on my fucking monsters. All right." And then he talking about, "I'll give you Ojama Trio. The fuck you gonna give me Ojama Trios for when this is a fucking synchro format? Okay, I'm just sync the fucking token." So point blank period. He's like, "Well, I play Just Desert. Okay, I activate Royal Decree. You chain it. Okay, I activate another Royal Decree. So now all your shit is gone." So.
It looks like you want to say
it's not going to do enough damage.
I like my comments when you're just okay.
It's just like it's not enough damage for the deck. So, and this thing is chaining. The chaining thing is like, I think a strong card that people should run this format. Like, because being as though we can't run Thunder King like how we want to anymore, we should be running June Lockbird for some period. I think June Lockbird is going to substitute for Thunder King. Like 20. I think that actually hurt me.
All right, my next question is more money going to get spent on this format or less money?
Oh, less money.
Less money. Yeah, like, what I think about is the secondary market takes a big hit. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Economics is not a real thing because you can't predict it the way real economics works.
Yeah.
I took a lot of economics class in college, and I know firsthand that it just does not apply in the Yu-Gi-Oh! World. Now that we have 4 formats a year, if people didn't know, after December 31st, when this list is over, we're going into 4 formats a year, which that's a lot of changes. And I think people might start to hoard their cards because you don't know what's going to change. So there's kind of no reason to get rid of stuff unless it's like outrageously expensive. And if the things keep changing like that, I don't think the cards will be that outrageously expensive because you always want to, you don't have to commit to anything. Like, if Draco Sack was $100, I just won't play that deck, or I'll just wait 3 months until Draco Sack is either reprinted, not that great anymore, or banned. So, something goes, like, Transmodify could be high this format, but the next one it could be like a $5 card because it's just terrible. And I think that's going to change a lot of people's mindset. I for one, think that hoarding is actually a good idea now. As bad as it sounds, like, I don't want to get rid of anything now. Like, I want to keep all my cards.
So what about players that, like, I don't want to put him out of it, but Terry Waite, he just tends to buy the best deck in the format, and
that guy's just fucking terrible.
I didn't ask all that. But does he know what to buy? Will he just recklessly spend his money, or just like
he's gonna recklessly spend his money?
Well, he just like I said, man. He got a lot of somewhat smart people around him. Like, it depends on who he get his advice from to buy cards. So that's just that simple.
Is it just hit or miss right now?
You know what I mean? It's not hitting and miss. It's just that who he gonna talk to before he go try to buy cards.
All right, look, Terry got some potential. Yeah,
the fuck?
A little potential. He's still bad, but he got a little potential.
I didn't even know that.
Because of me, he went X3 at the region.
Hey, yo,
you go.
taking credit for people.
I take credit for that.
Because of us, we the reason why you took Dark Magician out your deck when you made it in every
Look,
deck you
y'all
played.
motherfuckers the reason why I'm great right now, okay? I ain't denied it, okay?
You used to play Dark Magician?
Every
Yeah,
deck,
I used to
yo.
love that guy.
Every
That
deck,
guy was
dog.
fucking great.
He freestyled the deck, he had it in there. Like, yo, I don't care if it was a water deck, he had Dark Magician in it. That's what it was, man. That's my favorite card. I said, this shit is my favorite card. Put that shit in the book. And
Look, I have seen the light, okay? Alright, I seen the light.
You like Dark Magician like that?
Yo, dog, yo, this dude used to have it in every deck.
I
I'm
seen
telling
the
you,
light,
bro.
alright?
He never summoned him.
Hey, it's a level
That
7.
guy's
He
my
Dark Magician
favorite.
Chaos more than anything. He never summoned this
Oh
card.
yes, the fire Doomsday tokens. I top deck Dark Magician to Chaos. Yes, I used to do stuff like that.
Jesus Christ. And see how far you came. Not going Chicago. That's a different story.
Well, look, I got better over the years. I mean,
It took you 10 years, but you got there.
Yeah, like, you know, understand.
10 plus
like,
years, just like the pack.
It's not about being better. It's just all about being consistent, man. That's what it's all about. You gotta be consistent.
That's what I agree.
That's
I agree on that way.
It's not like that, man. I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? I lose to a scrub dudes today. I'm like, yo, you won't beat me next week.
Like that.
when I went to Maryland, I came in 11th place. It was shitty out there.
But you saying talking about your highlights, Goose, when that shit don't even matter.
It don't matter now because it's due further.
It don't matter.
So what's the tier list now?
I think that Dragons and Prophecy are leading the pack. I think Fire is also good too, but the Dragon deck is just not okay still. It has Sacred Sword of 7 stars. It has combos. The monsters are way too big, so skill drain works with it. And it's easy to summon them, but I mean, there's plays that you have to think, because you can obviously do things wrong. But I think it's better than just every other deck. I don't like any other deck the way I like Dragons right now. And then Prophecy, I played that yesterday, and it was just nuts. Like, the deck, it's just a grind deck, and you cannot, no deck can grind with Prophecy. It's just not possible.
All right, so what's your first, so if you rate them, what's your first, second, and third?
Oh, easily just Dragon, Prophecy, Fire Fist.
Okay, now, in my opinion, this is, I mean, you know, Gussie. I put what's the name first? And put Dragon second, and I ain't tasted the spell book, so I'm just
You put what
put that
first?
three. I put that Fire Kings. I put Fire Kings
Kings
first.
first.
I put Fire Kings first.
Yeah, I tried to play that deck, and
It's
it did not go. It did not go.
Oh, yeah.
It did not go according to plan. But my list could be wrong. But I was just trying, and it's just not for me. I drew the Runics way too much, and I was like, okay, I got Blaster at least, and that was cool. That was cute. But then at the same time, it was just like, it was just
But
not.
you never got the option?
No, I had all these cards in my hand. But it was just, it just didn't work. It just didn't work out right. It just did not work out. Like, it just didn't work. I don't know how to put it. It just did not work. I tried it. I was like, oh, I'm going to bring out Sacred Phoenix. I'm going to pop all his back rows. Seems like a good idea. I got 3 lands in my deck, 3 circles. It just did not work. I don't know. It's just not for me. I already can tell it's just not my kind
What
of
you
deck.
think of Gorgeous from it?
Bitch, bitch.
Yo, answer the question. We just did something.
What's your tier list, you asshole?
What's my tier list?
Jesus Christ.
Dragons, Prophecies,
We're just saying not to list again.
Evil Swarm,
I think they-
and
Evil Swarm.
Castellas.
Evil Swarm and Costello. Please elaborate
Those
for me.
decks are tier 2.
Now,
You just put them in tier 1. I want to know why.
That's the reason why I put Fire Kings at number 1.
why did you put them in
No, bitch. Answer the question.
Look, it's not that Onslaught. Onslaught is just a card that they can't be stopped right now. Like,
Yeah.
yo, Goose, do what you supposed to
Now,
do.
look, point blank is the reason why I put Dragons at number 1. Like you said, the monsters are too big. Skill drain. No, prophecies. Now, I don't know if they still use Jolly.
No, talk about why Evil Swarm and Costello is top 10.
Well, because truthfully, they still lock down the field. But Evil Swarm's not as consistent as it used to be because they lost a rabbit. They lost Rabbit, one of them. So it's not as consistent as it used to be. They still got the. they still got Kirky on.
It's another one back there.
Still sleep.
But they don't have.
Lazy ass niggas.
They don't have that consistency like they used to. Now, not Prophecy. Castellars.
So you
Castellars have Pleiades.
Okay.
Look, to me, Pleiades is a fucking rock. He always bouncing your shit back.
He is fine. He
That-
takes 2 cards to make, and you can deal with him. He's not he's not something that's like, oh my god, this card is so outrageous. Why did they make this? It's just like, okay, he's there. There are many outs to him in every deck. Like, and that deck cannot be Prophecy. Like, it just cannot. You can main deck your crappy deck lockdown BS, and I played against counselors a lot this format with every deck almost because my testing buddy plays like infinite, and I don't think that deck is that great. It's good. I just think that it's tier 2, and Pleiades is certainly not a problem.
And like I said, for decks that just one summon, it ain't that good. Because everybody else deck special summon, you play on a deck that just based on one summon. I don't play with them type decks. Like,
is that
they can't make it, and definitely in this freestyle format, it's not gonna make it. It's a tight deck. A tight deck is not good right now. You gotta run the freestyle. Freestyle is
what's that nut ass card now? Flying Sea or some shit like that. That card is fucking busted.
So can Black Wings get to tier 1 with this new list?
No. Black Wings I think are tier 2.
No,
they just probably the new control deck.
I just think that the problem with it is it's too linear. So like you can predict all their plays, and that's how it used to be back in the day. Like you're never gonna be surprised by Black Wings. It's never gonna be like, oh, I didn't see that coming. Like everything they do, you kind of know what's gonna happen, and a good player is going to be able to play around and beat you because of that very reason. They know, like, oh, you're going to normal summon this card next turn, you search up for one last turn. If my bombs are here, you get ripped a little bit. You have the Icarus attack, and you try to change it to this. You can kind of predict, like, you can play around that card. You can play around Kalu, you can play around Icarus. So it's just kind of like, also, if they don't have Black Winter One, like, if you have an MST for it, or you destroy it, or do anything to it, that deck then becomes, you're in the wrong format. Because the only reason it's good right now is because of 3 Whirlwinds. But if the Whirlwind is not on the field, it's like, what format are you? You're a 2009 deck. Go back to 2009, where you were good, because the game is not that slow, where you can just beat me with, like, Shoras and Sirakos. Like, that's not okay. Yeah. So, that's not going to get there. You need Whirlwind. Whirlwind is, like, the scariest thing. But they're going to get Whirlwind because there's 3 of them and there's 3 dualities. So, you know, they got cards with Black Feathers.
So, what if Gale would have came back? What did?
Gale at 3 is really ignorant. That card is so good. But yeah, he's on 1, so it doesn't matter.
But that's why they just made it pretty much. I think the skill drain version will be good again. I just think that version.
Oh, what?
The skill drain on the Black one.
Yeah, but if you play that, you play against dragons, you just lose.
Yeah, but they got the bigger monster.
No, dragons have the bigger monster.
No, they got the bigger monster.
How do they have the big monster?
You forgot they still got the 28 board they can make easy with that.
What 28 monster they can make?
They can make all that.
Yeah, but you have to get set up. Whereas I can just go Summon Blaster attack.
I know, but listen, they still got 3 Icarus attacks. Like it's easy to get around that than you
can.
can.
I summoned 1 blaster. Did I not just summon 6? Summon Blaster attack. Because you know it's very easy to just go Summon Blaster attack. Like,
they can destroy their own card that they have.
Okay.
You know they can do it. They really can. Like
you can absolutely destroy 3 of your own cards and have Skill on the field, and I'll be absolutely fine with that when I go plus.
I mean, they most likely that's gonna have 4 or 5 black rules every time you see it. It's like you know what that is.
Is that Delta Pro card? That card really?
Yes. If I'm not mistaken, they play that Delta Pro.
It's not real.
What, Delta Pro?
No, because it ain't one of them format. It depends on who you playing against. If you playing against Evil Swarm, yeah. If you playing against what's that we just talked, Constellar?
Yeah.
It hurts certain decks. It's not gonna hurt any deck. Like you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, there's no
because this format is not backwards is not the strong point right now. It's not.
So you think Night Beam's gonna roll up?
Why would you play with Night Beam?
I'm not playing that shit.
It's like you want them to get your shit out of the way so you will die later. Because them decks don't kill you in one turn. Like you know what I'm saying? Certain decks don't kill you in one turn. It just slow the OTK shit down. That's all it did. Now it's an even format where you play freestyle. You put character in deck. Whoever got character wins. Who don't got character don't win. It's back to like Yugi, Joey, fucking Kaiba. You got that character, you win. If you don't got no character, you lose.
I must say,
you know the NPC, the random word that say, "Yeah, I'm gonna beat you."
I must say,
he's gonna lose. Like you know, he's gonna lose.
Oh my god,
this is an NPC. I must say, all my matches in Berlin, I got heavy stars.
Keep talking about this man,
and I won
highlights of his career. That's not
no. Heavy star, I hate heavy star. I hate that fucker.
But you played it.
I played it because it gets rid of the back row.
But you played
we sitting talking about the highlights of your career about regionals. We not talking about regionals when they listen. I'm gonna keep it 100. The highlight of my career probably was me getting my invite. But I don't care about that. So what everybody talk about is my local wins and how much money I win just by.
I'm gonna ask you this one time. Where do you rate my skill level at?
The skill level?
Yes.
The skill level is 10 when it comes to basic decks.
Damn.
When it comes to them pro decks, like you know how when you played the Yu-Gi-Oh game, you had beginner, you had starter, and you had intermediate, advanced. That's you not in that intermediate advanced. You on the beginner and basic level. You can't play with a deck that's advanced unless I had to run it down to you 100 times straight so it can beat in your head to understand.
No.
Listen, I'm telling you, because I've been playing with advanced decks since you know me. You've been playing with it's called the school level of it. I'm past the priority. I'm past that. You priority hurted you. I started the game wasn't thinking about priority. I ain't know about priority until I played in the tournament.
Alright, I'm about to
You knew about these things.
I'm about to tell you.
And it helps your game.
I'm gonna tell you this. Alright. Reason why the basic decks you said I play with, if you must know, I don't like prolonging matches. I don't like prolonging it. I like to get them over as quick as possible. So yeah, of course I play with Agents. Yeah, of course I play with Six Samurai. Of course I play with Evil Sword. Yes, I don't like prolonging
It don't take that much of a brain wave.
No, you're right.
Antenna to fucking understand.
No, you're right. I don't like prolonging stuff. So I don't like prophecies. Prophecies, dragons. I don't give them time to recover. Because if you give them time to recover, you're going to lose. That's why I played with the Evil Sword.
Alright, so if it was like that now, play with it now, and then you'll realize how bad you'll be.
If I play with it now, I'm going to lose because it lost consistency.
Alright, well, my question is, what decks are officially dead because this man was?
I would say Wooded, but I don't think that
Evil Swarm. Evil Swarm.
Because they still got 3 of the track.
No. It's not dead. It's
Dino Rabbit.
It was already slow. How was it too slow?
It's already slow. It was
one rabbit.
Look.
Like
because
that is just
I'm used to opening up that shit.
Doing straight nonsense.
I'm used to opening up with
Trying to educate the Goose.
It's like
And Evil Swarm got a bunch of questions so that's not right.
Look. Now that your back row, they don't play. There's no fucking.
Them 3 compulsors ain't there no more.
Right, they lost compulsory. They had compulsory.
But it's more heavy.
So what decks are dead?
Huh? In my opinion, I think Evil Swarm is
I say Rabbit's dead.
Yeah, Dino Rabbit is actually just not playable at all. And you guys know how I feel about that fucking card. That deck, I hate that shit. It eliminated me in top 32 at least 4 times in my career. I hate Dino Rabbit. I hate it so goddamn much.
So Goose, the interesting thing is you put Evil Swarm in top 10. Now you just said it's dead. So I'm not gonna bring that up. So it doesn't even matter.
People can rewind it and hear it, and then
What other decks are dead? We're gonna negate you saying a deck you said is dead now is top 3. I mean, top 3. So
I think people gonna probably smack me for it, but I think Constell's dead.
I don't think that's dead.
I put Thunder
obviously
Family.
You don't think they're dead. You think they're top 3. That's fine.
I will put Thunder Family ahead.
Really?
I like Thunder Family. It's good. It's real good.
It's
real good. Like Evil Swarm can't beat it.
Of course.
Well, they lost Shockmaster, so
no, they lost Compose. No, it don't matter. But it's still so many exceeds that does things with that deck. Like you understand, you get summon. Think every generic 4-star exceed that you got. Period. Every 4. This thing about it. That deck can do it. It can summon 5 monsters in one turn. What you can do with that?
They gonna talk to offer.
Is Gadgets dead?
I think they bad
because they got Redox. It's not a dead deck.
They don't
have.
have
Goose not repeating everything I'm saying. Just sit there and just like be quiet because this is what I'm saying. I told you that. If I say something, let me say it. I don't need you to back it up. Like I don't need an atlas. I keep telling you that.
Alright. Where you at deck of heroes?
That deck is dead.
It's not dead.
It's not dead.
I ain't got Stratos.
It's 3 hero list.
you got
that deck is fucking dead.
That
deck
you calls a Rhoda.
That deck is dead.
You still gonna do the same thing, yeah.
Stratos was the deck.
Let's put that down before you hurt yourself.
I ain't gonna hurt.
It's just that. It's a deck that just lose the burn damage.
That deck is dead.
If a burn deck play,
once Stratos got hit, that deck is dead.
Because it's 3 hero lives, people gonna play 3 hero lives.
Once Stratos died, that deck is dead.
What about the Harpy deck? Is that?
Was that even ever?
That's honorable mention. I like it. I listen. I like the deck. It's an honorable mention to me. I just ain't find the right build for it yet.
Whatever happened to that?
Like
was that
Shadora and Brain Drago said, is so
Harpies?
good.
No,
it wasn't.
They get a new Magic card in October.
Everybody keep waiting on the Magic card to make it tier 0.
They just don't want to
I
play
don't
it.
want to do it like that.
The Magic
I just
card-
want to play with what it is right
That magic card ain't gonna make them
Magic
tier 0.
Listen. Oh, you don't know about the magic card?
Harpy,
You still don't know
it's
that.
Harpy Phoenix formation, I think.
Oh, you talking about that card?
It's not gonna make them tier 0.
Yes, it will.
That shit ain't gonna make them tier 0.
Goose, they gonna die.
Explain the real fact. It's an
What I'm
anime
saying,
card.
no.
What you mean? What you saying?
What I'm saying is,
Yeah, they
it
make it
depends on
like
how many
a real
monsters
card.
you have on the
You know, the anime
field.
card.
So if you have 4 monsters on the field, I got 4 monsters on the field. Then it's just gonna destroy 4 monsters on the field. If you only got 3 monsters and I only got 2 monsters, it's the only I don't. For the card to work, I think you have to have as many of monsters you have on the field. I have to have on the
You
field.
know, we don't know the real fact of that card. We only know the
No, that's the
of
fact.
card.
The effect is out. It's
What
out.
is the effect?
It says destroy every single monster on the field for each Harpy Lady monster you have on the field, and then they take the
I don't need
damage
that.
for every monster that was destroyed from
Oh,
that
you have
card.
computers
But they
right
can't.
here.
They can't. They can't
Attack?
activate battle phase. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
That'd be too much.
it'd be too
So
much.
it's gonna destroy everything anyway,
Like I
right?
said, oh, this ain't drag.
Does you lose
It
damage
is
either
not.
to the original attack
If-
or current attack?
The original attack.
Oh,
If that's like
still too much.
that's like if Draco Sack is on the field. You got Draco Sack and Draco Sack tokens and 3 Harpy Ladies. The Draco Sack's not gonna go anywhere. So they're not
You know
gonna.
that.
They're not gonna take that.
Anyway, what about Noble next?
I never played the deck before.
They got 4 new cards
I mean,
on. They
is it-
said,
Club is playing with me against on DN, and it seems pretty legit.
It's a good
Unless you
deck.
got land.
Everything's legit on DM, right?
they got 4 new cards.
No,
Oh,
that's when we stop it.
Lance don't stop.
Why didn't they get a monster next?
Equips don't
They
slide.
get it.
It's not
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's not like what's the name? They said for some reason insectors. That's a deck that's not dead.
Injectors?
Insectors might be. I put that tier 2 because it can beat Constellars. It can beat every deck that you think it can beat it.
They can't do shit with ladies.
Huh?
They can't do shit with ladies.
Man, please just gonna put it back. What's next?
Like I said,
Alright,
only that anime
but you're
effect.
back in
It's
time
not-
now.
There's
It's
no
not
real
back
effect.
in time, 'cause
So
they
this
just
is
ran
ran.
main
Yes.
deck has the rules.
All right, ladies
No,
and
what I'm
gentlemen,
saying-
forget
what I'm
anything
saying
that
is-
Shannon said within the last 2 minutes
Forget what he said from the last
Whatever.
interview.
about that
Harpy
Harpy's
card.
Phoenix formation.
That card is down. That card is.
It's the anime. That's the anime effect. They don't got the real
No,
effect yet.
it is. Read the card.
Anime effect.
Oh well, whatever.
Goose, you need to read more, man.
I do read more.
I know Reed.
I know.
I do read.
Okay. So what about, can zombies make a comeback or no?
Yeah, zombies are coming back. They also have the next pack is like, I think the next pack is like the vampire one. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
vampires.
Yeah, and I know zombies. They'll be real. Like it's such a real deck.
You run the decrees now, Frazier?
No.
You can run them in there.
I was playing that vampire deck on DN. It's pretty alright.
You nut ass nigga.
I bought this for like 15.
So what the heck am I doing that then? I can't find it.
Yeah, I bought that one for somebody for $15 like a long time ago.
Anyway, I'm gonna be playing zombies once, you know, I'm back.
I'm gonna be playing dragons. I'm gonna show y'all my skill level.
What skill level, Goose?
Yeah.
The skill level where he just thinks all I do is play basic decks. I can't think. I ain't got a mind. So I'm gonna show him that I can.
Well, this is
actually
a perfect opportunity.
So?
September 1st, man, let's
Yeah.
prove yourself.
So-
I just
so-
want to prove it to myself.
No, I ain't proving to myself. I'm just
Yeah.
proving to him that I'm better. You know what I'm saying?
What about heretics?
That deck is good. That deck is good.
Why?
Why? Because there's nothing that can actually stop
Alright,
it.
how about Heretics?
It's no solemn.
Oh man, that deck is broken once the structure deck.
It's
structure
nothing.
deck?
It's blue eyes.
When
That deck.
it ain't like
that- I don't think it's
Come
gonna
on,
be tier
next
0, but it's gonna be like a tier 1 deck.
Who?
Heretic.
I mean, ain't nothing tier 0 right now, yeah.
No, I'm saying.
I think it's tier 0.
Nothing tier
I
0.
think that's a real thing.
So everybody can catch a body right now.
Yep.
Any deck, with the exception of
It
6.
depends on your hand.
Truthfully, I think 6 Samurai dead.
Six hands is
Oh
dead.
yeah,
They are because
he dead as shit.
because now all right. I can say if they had two sheds and the game we was going, then the deck would be okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
But
so,
they got one shed.
Yes.
No
Get rid of
game.
that one sheen. The deck is dead.
Yeah.
It's over. You done.
so wait, so what about the scapegoats going to 3? Is that just going to be 3 scapegoats and everybody?
That's just so
Three. I think 3 makes it
live in there.
So I say two in the plasma.
I'm not winning plasma. I'm not.
Well, it's a second.
I just had a bad. If I can't search with Stratos, no.
Yeah, you're right. Because he's bad, and then that guy just made it and Claude bust my shit in. But
Yeah.
How was he?
This so happened. He's gonna be the reason that one track gets live. That one track will get him live.
So what is ban list? What cards will go up on? What cards will go down?
Cards gonna go up. What's gonna go down?
You got a build already, Frazier?
Stay on top.
Can you stop asking about that, please?
The
Did I
ban
stop asking you about your desk?
list.
I asked you one time.
Goose, shut up.
Shut up, yeah. You still online, and this is what I'm talking about. You making a clown out of yourself all day long.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Anyways, what cards because of this ban list would go
No, I
up?
don't, dude.
What cards would go up in price? What cards would go down in price?
Truthfully, I don't know.
Thank you for that
That's
expert.
the
honest-
honest. That's the first
No,
honest
I
thing.
buy them.
Who
It just
said?
depends on what I want.
Thank you for that expert analysis, dude.
It goes up, it goes down.
Yeah.
High price, preach this shit. Judgment
No,
death.
I'll go say something about this.
Spell books. Pretty much.
What the fuck was that about?
I thought I'm
He hit me with it.
Who?
Spell.
So why you throw it?
Spell book's gonna go down.
Never mind. Not one of them.
Spell books. Extra decks gonna go in. Cause I mean, like Draco Sec was like $100 and something. Now it's probably like 70 to 60 now.
Big
Hey,
big guy, not one.
Shut up. We asked you ain't say nothing. Just be quiet.
He did that. I said I don't know.
Why is you talking?
Just
I
stop.
love.
Just stop.
Let's continue.
Just stop.
I'm bored.
Just stop. You good to yourself.
You know. That this extra deck stuff to go up is just for some apparent reason everything transmodity went up. I don't
Transmodify.
transmodify. I don't know why it went up. But
What is that card gonna be used in?
Agents.
I thought it was a quick play.
Agents. Agents and Eternities. So they can search the Archfan.
But he just said what cards they gonna go up and we gonna go.
See, I thought Big Eye would go down. Then I realized he wasn't on this list. So I was like, whoa.
But he's down to $40.
He's $40.
Oh, he still went down.
He's down to $40.
So what about side decks because of this ban list?
Ooh, that's the one thing I said about this new pack that came out. It's not but side deck cards in this. It's like a must-have. You have to buy it for side deck. XYZ Encore is a card that's probably $10 right now. I believe it probably go max up to $25. It's too good.
It's not a XYZ format.
What you mean it's not an XYZ format?
It's not. They're not.
XYZ is the most powerful things in your extra deck.
No, what I'm saying is because it's
People
more
still gonna
simple.
summon it.
People still gonna play XYZ.
Yes.
But mostly all XYZ decks are dead.
Even
Oh my God! Look, Evil Swarm.
Why do you take a minute to gather your...
Evil Swarm. Look,
Think about what you said.
Look, Evil Swarm. No, listen. Evil Swarm. They're XYZ deck. That you not know what it's. Oh my God!
Before you continue, the top 3 decks they mentioned are XYZ something.
Oh my God!
Primarily?
Dragons. They
The
do
broken XCs.
Yeah, I know.
The broken Big
I know.
Eye
Look.
and Draco set.
Look. But
All right, you can continue.
Flying Sea does nothing to the dragon. It does nothing. Nothing at all.
It don't do nothing, but like I said, but that's just like I said, we don't just play professional. What you think? We all play professionals all day long? We play weak duelists too. Weak duelists is the ones that will beat you with a basic seed that you just sit there and slouch on because they can afford XYZs, the cheaper versions, cheaper variant. I'm just trying to say that lockdown period. My side like the lockdown people feel XYZ Encore. The shot, this what's that? Flaming Fire, something like that. I won 3 of those because that card just does things. You know what I mean? It makes Shana, if anybody decides to use hero, it makes that misses time and it gets with the Orpheon. It gets at some point only way you beat people you gotta attack. So if you go attack, if you destroy it, whatever, it's gonna get its effect. Pop your monster, you take 500 damage.
I guess.
Frazier, what do you think about these side decks?
That's a tricky thing. I just think side decks are going to be backward destruction if you don't play backward destruction, and whatever your bad matchup is right now. Like if you know what your bad matchup is, it's just too much speculation right now, so it's really hard to side deck. I think deciding obviously generic cards. that do well against everything. You know, NRC tornadoes. If you don't play like Maxi Veiler, then you saw those just generic stuff that could help you not to get absolutely destroyed by whatever your bad matchup is. Every deck seems to have a really, really bad matchup. Like, and that's good. That's a really good thing. But every deck has like a really, really bad matchup. So I think that your side deck obviously should address whatever it is.
So what would this band, what would the local, competition play like?
It's always just gonna be random.
Yeah,
People play whatever they want to play. And that's perfectly fine. You play whatever deck you want to play.
Is it more serious? Because you guys get a feel if you're professional for what it is?
I mean, people are just going to suck. Like, that's already set. You're going to suck.
And we do play in the best local in the United States. Fucking alternate universe.
On the top
Bluebell.
It's just so many. We have a couple RCS champions. We have a lot of people who top like events. Just a really, I think the tri-state area is really good in general.
Yeah.
Now, what was the best store in Philadelphia?
What?
All right, this has to do with topic. Continue, Ken.
What was the best store in Philadelphia?
What
pretty much
let him.
What was the best store?
What do you mean store?
What was the best store at the time in Philadelphia? It had something at the same time.
Is there one?
Please,
No,
elaborate.
Is there one? Why don't you tell us?
I just said what was.
That was.
Oh my! I'm done with this conversation. All right, move along.
Your whole body let us know you was done. You just want to keep talking.
Well, what you want to play that or something? That's what you want. That's what you want.
Listen, go on. What was the best store in Philadelphia?
It was Alex.
Obviously, yo! You just said it, yo! Man.
It was Galaxy.
Galaxy, yo! I told you to Clay, let him talk.
Obviously Galaxy. What you want to play real fast? You want to play real fast?
You ain't gonna be here. Sure, let's say Alexi video. Coming to the theater near you.
So hold on.
Look, you want to play real fast? Just to be straight.
All right. Freddie, what's the next event coming up that's going to show these decks off on his
Toronto. First RCS in the format.
Are you attending?
Obviously.
No, he's not.
Wait, is that going to start or finish the format?
What you just said? I said no, he's not. I was just joking. I know he gonna go. Shit. Relax. I ain't got no passport to go.
Passport?
You need a passport.
You ain't get, obviously.
You ain't going nowhere.
How the fuck you gonna tell us where
How the fuck you gonna get to Toronto?
Because I had to pay my bills, so my bills came first. Otherwise, I would have waited.
Or otherwise, you just ran, right? If you ain't a real duelist, don't talk.
Gus, what you gonna give me? You just gonna give me $300?
I'm giving you money for being my bitch.
You ain't my bitch. I ain't your bitch. Alright, what the fuck? No. Look. He talking about I didn't go to Chicago. I didn't go to Chicago because of the fact that I spent my money on bills. I had to pay my bills. Bills came first.
I thought it was $600.
No, I spent all of it on bills. I had $600.
You couldn't even eat.
No, I had food in my house. Whatever. I had food in my house. You couldn't get that. My lecture bill was like $400.
Why did $400? You know what? I'm not gonna ask that.
Because niggas decided they want to keep the fucking lights on.
What?
Niggas decided they want to keep the lights on.
Having the lights on is an option?
No,
right.
Look, while we was going, while I used to be going from the house, I come home, every fucking light on is in the house, along with 2 air conditioners. That shit's gonna make your fucking electricity rot.
This guy's hilarious.
Who does that?
People, dumb people, who keep the fucking lights on when they're not there. That's dumb.
Who?
Goose is
Well, you did Mirror for the Wild Heart, didn't you? So that's
Damn.
also dumb.
Nigga, I was fucking.
That shit never ain't gonna go down.
What you mean? They got one effect.
I was fucking 20 years old and I was bad at that.
Yo, that was after Galaxy video.
That was in
That was
Galaxy.
during Galaxy video.
It was in and out. It happened multiple times.
No, it was
What?
it was at Game Magic.
Game Magic.
It was Game Magic.
Game Magic.
He didn't leave Galaxy.
Then he did it multiple times.
Video.
How?
You did it during $20 and you did an athlete out of it.
No. I did that one time.
Don't forget the time somebody special summoned the Cyber Dragon using its effect, then he composed it. And
I didn't do that.
Special summoned it.
I didn't do that shit. I ain't lying, cause I don't
You
remember.
composed the Cyber Dragon.
You calling me a liar?
Look, could you admit that you actually what you call the Board Street ran there in Philly?
I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
And as far as Yugioh, the Board Street ran there.
All right, Goose.
The venom.
Goose, I'm gonna give you a chance. Call out whatever duelist you want to call out right now.
I'm calling out Augusto Gus. That's what I'm calling out
He's a
right
bitch ass nigga.
Augusto.
Augusto Gus. Oh, Gusto Gus. Whatever his fucking name is.
No,
Let's play now,
Why
okay?
you call me if you ain't get here yet?
That's it. No Terry
I'm
Wade.
right here.
Fuck
You
that
know
guy.
I'm here, right? You know I'm here.
That guy ain't even on my level.
I know.
that shit.
Listen. No. You listen to yourself too much. You listen to yourself too much. That's what you need to do.
Anyways.
Stop listening to yourself.
Frazier, any last
Stop
words?
listening, nigga.
No, I think it's just the format.
God,
I
nigga.
like it.
Listen, you ain't yo, you my young boy. Stop talking that bullshit, dog. Seriously, for real.
And he
I'm
know
already here. I won't go at. Where I'm going to
Goose
go?
know I want to talk to you.
Goose last words on the format.
Nah,
Please.
please.
Last words on the format.
Alright.
It's pure skill.
Alright.
Pretty much after that.
There's no such thing as pure skill. You're being ridiculous.
I'm not ridiculous.
You
You're being ridiculous.
ain't got no
I'm
pure
fucking
skill,
with
dog.
How you gonna tell me what I don't have?
Pure skin.
So you like I
Sure,
said,
you can have no
you
lucky.
a Cyber Dragon, dog. It ain't
I didn't do that shit. Look. Move this shit. Let's go.
Let's level with me. You didn't compose a Cyber Dragon.
No.
Yes, you did.
Stop lying.
Did you follow?
I know you don't lie. I know you don't lie.
I did that. I must admit, I did that.
Anyways, Gus, any last words on the format?
I mean, like, I'm trying to. I feel sorry for you, weak duelists. Because I'm tired of weak duelists. I want everybody to step their game up. You know what I mean? Pay attention. You know what I mean? Get to learn a little bit more. You know what I mean? Priority is going. I want y'all to learn certain things. So when you come to this situation, y'all will not be like Goose.
Don't be like.
Anybody you want to call out on here?
Anybody
else? Anybody you want to call out on here?
Anybody want to call out? Cisco, where the fuck is you at?
Fuck that guy.
Hawk, where the fuck is you at? You bum ass.
Come on, Gus, so you can get straight real fast, right?
You get the dick.
Come on, bitch. Don't be a bitch. Let's play. Don't be a bitch. Let's play.